What's going on, Mr. Dave? Mr. Dave on the rock pile. How are you doing out there in wherever land? We're going to update you on this fake rock repair, rebuild, remodel job and talk you through the issues and the challenges we are facing here. Hope you're having a good day. Remember to be grateful and forgiving. Those are the two keys to a happy life, which I usually put at the end of my walk and talk video. So remember that, gratitude and forgiveness, the keys to happiness. All right, so let's talk about this fake rock job that we've been called in to repair, remodel, and bring back to life. It is 20 years old. It was built, like many of them are, with rebar and then diamond lath on the outside and mortar mix on top of that. So you see the rebar here. And they filled it in above, behind, after they built it. This was years later to try to deal with the decay and rusting, but normally they have the rebar, they put the diamond lath here, they put the mortar mix on the outside. And this is a piece of that where you can see the mortar mix is put on top of the diamond lath and it just sticks. It doesn't go through. Rebar does not get encased, therefore rebar rusts out. You can see that there. So we are dealing with a number of issues. We don't want to rebuild the whole thing because that would cost crazy money and almost more than just to build it from the original site. And so we're kind of doing it in segments and portions. We have here the demo phase that we've been doing with our awesome, crazy, cool scaffold system here. And so we break into it and you can just see here it's solid dirt and roots behind the structure. This is, again, 20 years of accumulation. Sometimes the rodents come in here and move stuff around. I think maybe the original builders just shoveled it in here to fill up the space to get rid of material. And we do the same thing, but we want to do it in a way that's going to give ourselves some long-lasting structures. In this case, we had to demo all the stuff off here on this wall, rebuilding it all. We're going to fill everything up solid concrete underneath here. These are epoxied in pieces of rebar, and we're going to build a grid and then fill those up with concrete solid. We have the structure up here that we're going to utilize to help fill in some of the stuff that is occupying the design here. And so massive roots and dirt stuck underneath here, a real mess. There again, you can see the rebar with the diamond lath and the mortar mix on the outside, so all that rebar just rusts out. So we've been removing that and demoing things off. This came out here with a shelf, came out about 4 or 5 feet and had a drop off. So this was a flat level, but it all just collapsed, totally collapsed. A lot of that rubble we put inside these rocks that go all the way down another 2.5 feet down to the structural part of the slope. It's called decomposed granite, or DG. So we have gone ahead and taken that and used the rubble as filler, and we can check that out here. And created a place to get rid of all this extra demoed material, concrete and stuff. And so we put that inside a rebarred structure and then chicken wire where it's vertical, and then we just go over it with our concrete mix with some extra Portland. The stairs and steps have a very high riser. It's like 10 or it's probably about a foot right here, and that's a big step for you. And they're all tapered down, so when you're coming down this long walkway that goes all the way up to the top of the slope, it pulls you downhill, and it's almost sort of incentivizes a fall and a trip. So we're going to be farting around with these steps trying to make that better. And we've been doing that up here so far. We've created 4 or 5 new steps out of that. And so you can use the rubble to fill it up. This one we filled it up on the bottom and got to where all the rebar was covered that we added, and then burlap on the top. We're going to cover that with concrete as well. Got some notches in it and give it some texture and stuff. So we have added up here. We demoed out some of this step that came way out to here, huge step, and created a nice boulder that again stops the traveler as they're traveling down, slows them down. It's also sort of a handhold as you're walking up. And so we created a step here. This was 1 step, now we made it into 2. And this whole rock we filled up again with some of the rubble that we had left over, and then covered it up with rebar. And that's And if you can hear that, it's pretty solid. This one's got a good amount of mortar mix. Again, that's the mortar. And it's just hollow with pure dirt inside that goes all the way back in there. And so we're going to be waterproofing the uphill side a little bit here, trying to do some treatment going down this whole slope all the way around the uphill side. It's got a slide here. We're trying to retain that, keep that in good shape, and not have to redo everything again. Gonna have to put some rebar in here, roll it up, and then do this concrete cover, waterproof the uphill side, and so that'll be good. And we're gonna mortar coat everything so that it ends up having a nice texture, same as the last job we did, same builder. And so we're going to be using a wrinkled plastic to get the texture, and you can see that there. The previous remodeler just mortared over that, and a lot of these pieces they just broke off. Super, just popped right off, you know. So we're going to probably do a little more of the stuff we can just pick out and get rid of it, and then redo that and repaint it. Will be done. So that's the procedure here, using the old rubble as filler just to save having to haul it away. It's making some more manageable steps as you come down. This one is, I mean, it's a full-on leg workout, quad workout to get going on there. This rock here, this boulder is all hollow, as you saw before. So big remodel on this bad boy. So getting it done out here in the sun, torturous November days of 68 degrees, absolute paradise up here in Southern California. Loving it. So davehenderson.podia.com if you want to get free stuff on how we do this, and have other stuff at www.daverhenderson.com. You got my blogs, so you can learn how to do stuff, as well as my thoughts on other intriguing topics as also is available there. So remember to get your brain wrapped around forgiveness and gratitude. That's what you want to do each and every day. Become a blessing and not a curse to those around you, and you're going to be more effective in your world at making the world a better place. More opportunities for growth and discovery and income potential. Hard to be effective when your brain's all wrapped around what's wrong in your life and the world. You don't want to get too obsessed with all that stuff. It's a little bit of a disruptor to the flow of productivity and excellence. So remember, thankfulness and forgiveness. DaveHenderson.podia.com for how-to stuff, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Any questions you got, let me know. Just wanted to update you on this remodel, repair, and rebuild project we've been doing here. It's week 2 finishing up, and we'll keep on going and keep you updated. So have a great day, guys. Bless you guys. Be kind to one another, learn, grow, become, and happy day. Have a happy day, no matter what. All right, we'll talk next time. Mr. Dave on the Rock Pile. Have a good one. Bye.